Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about screen recording, and not just any screen recording. We're talking about free online screen recording for Windows PCs. Sorry Mac users, this one is for the PC nerds. Side note though, I believe that these can work on Mac as well, so Mac people, you can also stick around as well if you'd like. We have a list of 3 online screen recorders that I'll be looking at today and giving you my pros and cons of all of them. Each has their own ups and downs, but all of them are free and take little to no effort to get up and running and get you started screen recording, or even webcam recording. So I'm just gonna get started, and these are in no particular order, but we're gonna start with number 1, which is Vimeo Record. Launched in October of 2020, the popular video sharing platform Vimeo made a leap into the screen recording game with their release of an online Chrome extension called Vimeo Record. Properly named, it allows users to record any screen easily with just the click of a button. Vimeo's designers really did work well with trying to get this recorder to compete with all of the other major recorders out there. Being a little bit later to the game, they were very smart with just hitting you with the most default screen recorder options that are out there these days. To install Vimeo Record, you'll go onto Google and you'll type in Vimeo Record, and then the Chrome extension link will be there, one of the first options. You click that, sign in with your Google account, go ahead and add that extension to your Google Chrome, and then it will show up here on the top right where you can start recording like so. You can adjust your settings to identify what will be recorded. Some options that they offer include the defaults, which is solo screen recording, which is just the screen itself. You have webcam recording, and then both webcam and screen recording combined. Enable your camera and microphone if you haven't done already and start recording. Unlike other screen recorders, Vimeo confidently takes pride in the fact that they give you access to unlimited recordings for free to keep everybody creating and collaborating with their product. So just know, and you can sleep soundly knowing that you're never gonna run out of time with this app, which is nice. It's very nice. But once you're done recording, it gives you the option to name and download the video. If you want to trim the video, you can also do that as well within the free editor that they offer after you're done hitting the record button. It'll jump you into this editor. Premium features, however, will let you add some extra additions like interactive tools, end screens, and chapters, just to name a few. The social media connections are also pretty user intuitive. If you want to connect all of your accounts to the Vimeo account and post your recordings from just one spot immediately after the recording, that offers some short turnarounds for your video production. So overall, Vimeo Record is a relatively good choice when choosing screen recorders or webcam recorders. But here are some of my cons that I have. Personally, I like a little bit of a bigger camera. If you're gonna do both, combine the screen and the camera record, I like it to be a little bit bigger, but that's just a small thing, something that I like. Thankfully though, you are able to move it around the screen so you can still have that bit of customizability, so you're not just stuck with it in the bottom corner, as some of them offer you. Now, if you also want to edit any of the video, the only thing you have is the trimming, and that's kind of where it ends. After trimming, it's just like you can either just cut out the sides, so if you mess up at all within it, you have to retake the entire thing. So as long as you have a decent recording, you should be good to go. But if you make any mistakes, noticeable errors or anything like that, it might be a little bit of a pain in the butt to just have to keep recording with this. But know that you have unlimited time to record, and so that's kind of a give and take for this. So if mistakes are your forte, or you just like having the ability to edit your video post-recording, this next online video recorder might be your best friend. Online screen recorder number 2 is called Type Studio. Type Studio is actually a video editor, but it has the ability to screen record or webcam record and then take that recording and then throw it into the video editor itself. So again, this is a very heavy editing software compared to the other screen recorders, and especially compared to the Vimeo Record screen recorder. So it's relatively user intuitive if you are the person that makes a lot of mistakes. It's also just generally pretty user intuitive when it comes to just editing. It's essentially made for people that aren't video editors, because their method of editing a video is by editing the transcribed dialogue. You can make simple cuts, remove filler words, and even play around with some of the extra features that they have. Some of them are only available behind a paywall, but the free features are pretty nice though too. Initially with Type Studio, you have the ability to record up to 10 minutes of video and then edit that down. Now I know that 10 minutes is not a lot, but as a free online editor and screen recorder and webcam recorder, that's more than some other tools offer you off the bat, and for free. So what you're gonna wanna do in order to get Type Studio up and going is you're gonna go and you're gonna sign up for a free account on their website, typestudio.co. Once you're signed in, you can start a new project, and then instead of dragging a file into the project, you're just gonna click the record button. This will take you to a page where you'll be offered the options of recording either your screen, recording as a webcam, or just audio for like podcast recorders. So just click the red record button to get started, and when you're done recording, hit the red record button again and then confirm the language that is spoken, because again, this whole editor is based off of using transcribed dialogue to edit the video, so it needs to transcribe what you said throughout the recording. Here you can make cuts, make changes to the aspect ratio, add subtitles, and even translate those subtitles into different languages if you'd like. This program has quite a bit of cool little tools and features to it, but most of the bigger perks and abilities come after paying a few bucks for the paid version of the tool. But either way, when you're done with the edit, you can export the video by going up to the top right, clicking export, and then clicking download video. This will start the rendering process. After rendering, you will be brought to the sharing page of Type Studio, where you can either share the video right here and just copy a link and send it out to people, or you can just download it right on your computer like this. All right, so now that you've seen the program and what it does, like I did for Vimeo Record, I'm gonna give a couple of my cons. The first one is that the inability to record both a screen and a webcam at the same time is kind of a pain in the butt, but little birdie told me that they may be implementing multiple video here shortly, so that would just negate that entire thing. So it might even be up now, even when you're watching this video, if this video is like a couple days or weeks old. So anyways, that is the first con. The second con that I have is that when you record, the only audio that gets recorded is that from the microphone, and it doesn't record any audio coming from the desktop or the laptop itself, like the on-screen audio. So as long as you don't have any like on-screen music or videos that you need to play, it's fine. But if you have anything that makes noise, or you want to like capture anything that makes noise on screen, then that'll be an issue. So it's kind of a give and take. With like the editor itself, you have the ability to like cut down your dialogue and cut out all your mistakes, but then again, you also have to parse that with like that you don't have any on-screen sound. All right, finally, number 3, the oldest one in the game, the one that your grandma might even know the name of, and that is Loom. Loom has been helping people with their recording since 2015. I've personally been using Loom as well for a little bit now, just to send team members some quick updates and show our developers some bugs that I've found. So Loom is kind of the default for many at this point, or at least was. It's definitely easy to use and offers a similar setup to like the Vimeo recorder, and I wonder who got the inspiration from who. If you really look at it, it's very Vimeo, come on. Loom has its own Chrome extension as well that you can install and get up and recording relatively quickly. Now this is the cool part for myself, is that the recorder offers you the ability to change the size of the webcam recorder as well, which is again something that I like, that I made a comment on the Vimeo one. There are so many times in a lot of different like presentations or whatnot that the screen is pretty stagnant on what you're talking about. So having a bigger person moving, it's kind of more visually engaging, and that's why I like it. Either way, you're going to add the Chrome extension by Googling Loom and finding the chrome.google website. It's like the third option on Google. Get and sign up for the account, enable the video and audio recording settings as you would for all of them, and then you're good to go. Click on the Chrome extension tab up in the top of Chrome, and a pop-up window will appear readying you to record. Go and adjust all the different settings, whether it be camera size, whether you even want a webcam or not, or anything like that, where you're gonna be recording, and then you can start recording by clicking the record button. You do, however, only have 5 minutes to work with the free version, which is kind of a pain. So hopefully you can keep everything kind of short, sweet, and to the point, unless you want to upgrade to the business version that allows you unlimited recording time and unlimited videos per user. However, we are only using the free version, but a pro of Loom is that you do have the ability, once finished recording, to trim the video and even split
the cuts, split the video so that you can trim like the new pieces of it. It's very cool. It's a pretty linear. It's kind of like iMovie. Any extra features on top of that, like how Type offers extra features, all of that is also behind a paywall. But if simple recording and basic editing is what you're looking for, then Loom might be a good option for you then too. After making your adjustments, you can either share from this page itself, copy the link and share it out, or you can just download the video directly as well. And now that that's all done, let's talk about the cons. Now, the cons, the 5-minute limit is a pain in the butt and can be a pretty big barrier for some people trying to record anything longer than obviously 5 minutes. For example, most presentations are longer than 5 minutes, so if you are to want to use Loom as your recorder for that, then you're definitely gonna have to pay for the full version, which is kind of annoying, but at the same time, I don't believe that their prices are really bad, so if you want to use it a one-time use case, then there's that. And that goes for all of these as well. They all have premium versions of everything, and they're all pretty relatively priced, so if at all throughout any of this you saw something that you're like, that's nice and I'd like to use those things, by all means, they're all pretty reasonably priced, and you can get what you need out of them and then hightail yourself out of there. Or stay, or just keep paying them and just give them and support them with your money. But all in all, these are all 3 of the apps that are online and free for you to use for online screen recording. They each have different perks, different things that one can do that the other can't, or they all can do that is generally kind of the default for screen recorders. But again, they're all free and they're all online. You don't really have to download anything other than the video at the end. But like that's kind of, you don't even have to do that with all of them. You can just share them too. So hey, you don't even have to download anything. But anyways, if you found this video helpful, I'd greatly appreciate it if you hit that like button. And then if you like videos like this that are offering you some tech, business, content creator tutorials and tips and stuff like that, consider hitting the subscribe button. I'm here a lot of times throughout the week. And what I mean by I'm here is I post videos quite a bit throughout the week. And here are some of those videos. Here's a video about using Type Studio a little bit more in depth. And then over here is the latest podcast recording that I did with Esprit Devora. Ooh, Esprit was a wonderful woman. Wonderful woman. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.